It's time for another stupid excuse to roll dice. This time we're going to see if we can roll dice to make a random track design for a ride in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So first I determined it takes 69 scrolls on my scroll bar to get to the bottom of the track list. So I'm rolling 3d20 and a d12 and then subtracting 4 to get a range from 0 to 68, which is close enough. And we get 53 scrolls. Then there's about 23 rows on each page, so I roll a d20 and a d4, subtract 1 for a range of 1 to 23. And for that we get 21. Then I'm rolling 2d20 to see how many track pieces are randomized. And for that we rolled 15, so we're going to randomize 15 track pieces and then just try to complete the circuit. I'm doing it this way because usually you need a complete circuit for the ride to be valid. And as long as we get an intensity less than 10, I'll call that a success. So first thing we're going to do is go to the track designer. And now let's try our best to do exactly 53 scrolls.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52.
53. And then we're going for the 21st ride on this page. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
And there it is, Steel Wild Mouse with the mouse cars. Alright, next step. Build custom design. So how this is going to work is there are 9 buttons here at the top and then a 10th button beneath. So if I roll any number from 1 to 9, it's going to be one of these. If I roll something that isn't valid, then maybe we'll just go straight, I guess. And then if we roll 10, then I get to pick out of this freely. First number we roll is 9, so we get this really tight turn that's going to be hard to work with already. We're going to place that. Next number we roll is 10, so I could put the station platform here, but then it might only be 1 tile long unless we roll 10 again. Okay, I'm gonna put the station platform here. We've committed to it. So then we roll the 3, so that's there. Oh, so that's straight. So 4, that's also straight. Then an 8. 8 is this. A 9. 9 is that. Got a 3 next. 3 is going to be straight again. So far this ride isn't too crazy. We got a 2. 2 is that. Thankfully, because I was starting to get worried that we were going to run back into ourselves and make the whole ride not valid, so I'm glad that we got a left there. And then we get a 1, so we go even more left. Uh-oh. Then we get a 9, so we're going right again. Phew. Then we get a 1, so we're back left. Okay. A 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's straight. Okay. There's not a lot of straight in this path so far. But now 5, that's also straight. Next up we have 8. And then for our 15th and final piece, we are going to roll a 2, it looks like. Alright, so now I have to try to get back to the station as quickly as possible and actually make this into a valid ride somehow. So with the station locked in going that direction, I think it might just not be possible. So maybe we'll implement a new rule that I could replace the station, like if I roll a 10, I could replace it later with whatever I need to, as long as it's still a 10, just to make it a little more likely. So then if I go back here, I can instead place, I think just brakes is what would make the most sense. Having that short turn right before like a break and all this unbanked curves and everything, like I don't know. We'll give it a try here. Let's see what I come up with. So let's just start by putting this station platform here. We'll give it a nice like 3-block thing. I'm not gonna get super ambitious with it. Maybe the next time I do this, I'll need some kind of D6 for these slope options so that my random coaster can actually have like up and down to it. I guess there's no way to do banked curves in the Steel Wild Mouse, so might be a bit tricky, but might also mean that this is just not a particularly fast coaster anyway, so maybe it'll be okay. I'm not going for something fancy here, I just wanted to connect and not kill anybody. I'm not gonna consider this a success if literally no one will ride the ride, you know? It could be as unpopular of a ride as it wants to be, but it needs to be rideable. And I don't know, this doesn't look like it's going to work too well. I guess my next step is to save this and test it, because it seems... Or can I test it here? Oh, I can test it here. Okay. Let's test it then. Let's see if it works. It's a moment of truth. So far, so good. Oh. Okay, yeah, the brakes didn't... I don't think those brakes were really, like, needed, but... I don't know, we'll see. Okay, where are the stats? Oh, there they are. Ooh, it has some bad lateral Gs. They're not so bad that no one would ever ride it, I don't think. It's very high, but I think it's still technically low enough that somebody might ride this. I think the lateral Gs are from this unbanked curve, because I guess there's no unbanked curves at all available in this ride, so... The fact that I rolled a 9 right out the gate kind of screwed me over, because outside of the station platform, the only other thing I could put here is a brake. And having a brake, like, right after a tight turn like that is kind of, like, destined to be bad. And there's our design. It's freaking humongous, of course. Alright, so let's open up the ride, and then we'll open up the park. We now have a single guest, Kathy S. Kathy S., what do you think about our one and only ride? You gonna take that? You gonna ride that? No, you're not gonna ride that. You have come to a theme park so that you can just immediately leave. Okay. What about you? It's too intense for you, based on that little jump you did. Oh, it looks too intense for me. You wuss, Carl. Get out of here. Okay, we got one person entering. Are the stats available? Okay, the stats are here, so... I think these people deliberately... Yeah, because I think if the stats aren't calculated, they have a chance to just ride it anyway. So the fact that they're riding it even though there are stats, means that some people will, in fact, ride this ride. What do they think of the ride? He's smiling. Matthew S., what do you think? Well, they're not fist-bumping the air or anything, but, you know... They're smiling. It's the only ride in the park. You're gonna... No, he's leaving. He got his fill. You know? Well, hey, it's a successful ride. It's a bad ride, but it's a ride. So there we go. That means it was a successful experiment, I guess.